we got to talk about North Carolina because there's an interesting video and story coming out of North Carolina, and that is North Carolina passed House Bill 318, right? And basically what this House bill did was it required law enforcement and judges to notify ICE whenever they've detained an illegal citizen. But also, whenever there's any kind of squirreliness or question on someone's immigration status, they're required to hold that person. And not only hold that person, but the hold, I believe it's a 48-hour hold. That hold doesn't start immediately, right? That hold is delayed. So therefore extending the hold period, it gives, it gives basically ICE extra time before the hold period actually starts. And, they're required to release the person. And Democrats obviously are completely against it. But it passed. It passed, okay? And unfortunately, the governor of North Carolina vetoed the bill, right? He vetoed it. But the legislature came back and said, They gave him the finger wave like the King Bay Matumbo and overrode the governor. So the bill officially has, passed, even though the governor tried to veto it. And there's a Democrat by the name of Carla D. Cunningham. She's a Democrat in North Carolina. And I want you guys to listen to what it is that she has to say because it's quite interesting. Because she's one of the Democrats that actually voted with Republicans on that bill. With that being said, let's dive in.
To speak to the bill.
Ladies recognized to debate the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today is a new day, but I'd like to take a moment to reintroduce myself to each of you. I am ADOS,
Eminem.
American Descendants of Slaves. I am a Black American, and I am an American. I'm going to present my case in support of House Bill 318, as it is time for my unapologetic truth to be shared with all of you. First, as a people, we need to recognize that it's not just the numbers that matter, but also where the immigrants come from and the culture they bring with them to another country. As the social scientists report, all cultures are not equal. Some immigrants come and believe they can function in isolation, refusing to adapt. They have come to our country for many reasons, but I suggest they must assimilate, adapt to the culture of the country they wish to live in.
Yes, ma'am.
No country is going to allow people to come in and not acknowledge its constitution, legal systems, and laws. They will not tolerate it. So do you think I can go to another country and set up my own rules to live by, use the language I choose, and then tell that country that you must speak my language? That's not going to happen, nor should it. As a country, the United States has been more tolerant than most other countries. Other countries are making it much more difficult to get citizenship. We have been naive. We have been exploited and abused by the different tactics to gain citizenship in America. It's time to wake up. Global migration in the past was not projected to be as it is today. We must establish new rules to address a distinct type of migration that we are facing in our country, state, and cities. It's time to turn the conveyor belt off and adopt a global migration suitable for the times that we're in. And that is not destabilizing our communities. A large number of people entering a country can change it forever. In conclusion, let me share with you all what happens when a woman lawmaker like myself choose to move differently. Yes, I was degraded for my vote. Yes, I was called racist for my vote. And yes, I was said I was trash. However, I figured it out. They want me to stop elevating my ancestors' history. They want me to be silent in my country. They want me to line up behind their priorities while my people and communities continue to struggle in our country. Mr. Speaker.
Lady will suspend momentarily. Members, it's not a kindergarten class. I look up and I see full-grown adults, many of you senior citizens, and you're clearly trying to make noise like a young child might when they're having to sit in a classroom and listen. So please, you're not doing anything by making these noises. And the Sergeant at Arms sees the lady who just was making the noise. The Sergeant at Arms has the chair's direction to go ahead and remove the lady. Again, folks, please, we're allowing folks on both sides of this issue to speak. If you want to come down here and debate, go run for public office. Thank you. Lady continues to have the floor.
Thank you.
Democrats are, they make me sick, bro. They make me sick. Just like you said, just children. Just because you don't like what it is that she's saying. Oh my goodness. I hope the whole Democrat Party just absolutely collapses in on itself. I'm sick of these folks, man.
Mr. Speaker, as I was saying, they want me to line up behind their priorities while my people and communities continue to struggle in our country. Is this not your country? This is my country. With the good and the not so good, this is my country, 'tis of thee. Now, if you want to adapt to my country, not isolate yourself and come here legally, I welcome you. But today, I am telling you, I am not going to be silenced by those who disagree with my ideology on the issue at hand. Because the blood of my ancestors.
Mr. Speaker.
1 second, Representative Cunningham. For what purpose is the lady from New Hanover, Representative Butler?
I feel like we're getting into personal territory and maligning the character of the members of this body.
I think the lady is speaking to the personal attacks that she received from folks outside of this body, unless I misheard what she said. And the lady is correct that it's not appropriate to talk about personal attacks of members of the body. Again, I understand her to be saying some personal things that she received from outside.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in that case, I would move the previous question.
Okay. Lady's not recognized for motion. Representative Cunningham, lady continues to have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Cunningham, lady continues to have the floor.
Thank you,
I want to see who was
She
that.
received from outside.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in that case, I would move the previous question.
Okay. Lady's not
New Hanover, Democrat District 18, Deb Butler.
recognized for
I just
motion.
wanted to
Representative
see who
Cunningham,
that
lady
was.
continues to have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. See, it was my ancestors who came over as slaves, built this country with a strain on their backs. They sweat pouring from their bodies in the rice fields, the cotton fields, and the tobacco farms for this country. Lived as servants and was the footstool, I said the footstool, for far too many feet to step on. So today, if you ask me to line up behind another group of people to raise awareness about their plight, I unapologetically say no. Mr. Speaker and colleagues, please accept my remarks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman from Columbus, Representative Jones, recognized for motion.
Move for
Wow. Incredible speech from Representative Carla D. Cunningham, man. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to Carla D. Cunningham from District 106 in Mecklenburg, North Carolina, man. That is I think that's the very definition of putting country over party. She's a Democrat. Democrat. Blue. Doesn't matter. She cares about this country more than she cares about her party. And I love that. I love that. We need more politicians like Carla. That's 1,000%. 1,000% for sure. Hey, listen, I think she should run for bigger office. I'd vote for Carla D. And bro, listen, just based off of that speech. Now, obviously, politics is a lot deeper than just one speech. But based off of that, her willingness to stand up in the face of her colleagues and say what nobody else on her side was willing to say, to take the scrutiny and be called all types of names and whatever else. And I've received it too, so I know how it is. But to still stand up and speak the truth unapologetically, which I think she said there in her speech, that's somebody I will vote for. For sure. For sure. That is somebody I will vote for 1,000%. 1,000%. So shout out to Carla D. Cunningham, man. That is incredible. That is incredible. And she's 1,000% correct. Why should we care about other country citizens? We got our own problems. Why should I care about the plight of somebody else when we got American citizens that are in need of assistance, truly in need of assistance? We got homeless veterans on the street, people who fell upon hard times that are just walking on the streets, who happened to hang with the wrong crowd at the wrong time and got hooked on some drug that they had no business doing, but because of the people that they were around, now they out on the streets with no assistance. And you want me to care about these illegals over these American citizens who are hurting? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then on top of that, and she mentioned it there in the video, like if we want to go to skin color, right? If we want to talk about just black people, coming from the party that claims to be all about people of color. And I've talked about this example before, but because it's such a straightforward and easy example that is just like, what? Take a look at Chirac, aka Chicago. Closed down the school in the black communities where the black people lived, right? But the Democrats claim to care about black people, but you close the school because you say there's no funding. We ain't got no money. Got to close the school. There's no funding, guys. Sorry. But as soon as these illegals come waltzing in, your extra voters, now all of a sudden you got all the money in the world to not only open the school, but you renovated the school so that the illegals could stay upstairs while their kids went to school downstairs. But you couldn't do that for your own black citizens who voted for you, and you expect me to care about these illegals. Man, see, I want to curse. Female dog, please. Stop it. Stop it. Well, we care so much about people. And that's also another way that, way that you know that the Democrat Party cares nothing about people. It's because they're always trying to tell you that they care so much about people. Oh, yeah, we care about people of color. We care about this community. We care about that. Why do you have to tell me? You shouldn't have to tell me if you actually did it, because I would just feel it. I would know. You wouldn't have to say it so much. Just saying. I'm just saying. So she is 1,000% correct, man. And listen, the other thing that she touched on, and I loved it. I loved it. If you want to come to this country, you assimilate to what we have going on here. You don't bring your mess from your other country. It's the reason why you left your country. Don't bring that BS here. You learn to speak English. And I'm going to say it again. And so one of y'all said I need to put this on a t-shirt, and maybe I will. If y'all think I should put it on a t-shirt, let me know in the comments. But it's this. I want so many of these illegals deported that I never have to press 1 for English ever again. Think about how crazy that is. Just take a moment and think. I know it's something that we've all gotten used to. It's kind of normalized in a way. But when you really sit back and think about it, why in the HE double hockey sticks do I need to press 1 for English when I live in America? That's ridiculous. You got these folks from all these other countries coming in, not even learning the language, and we gotta adjust to them? Nah, bro. Nah. Should be a requirement. Before you come to this country, you need to learn the language. It's one of the things that should be a requirement. Learn the language. Let us know what you're going to contribute to this country. I don't know, man. That's just what I think. And I 1,000% agree with Carla. I say that unapologetically. I'm not apologizing for that. I know some liberals, oh, you're racist, blah, 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 blah. All this dumb stuff they spew out, but I'm not apologizing for that. This is America. Speak English. Assimilate to what we have going on here. We will be required to do the same in other countries. I literally made a video on Mexicans protesting because Americans weren't assimilating to what they had going on. And rightfully so. And she said the same thing. As they should. If you gonna move to Mexico, you assimilate to what they got going on. You don't bring your stuff there. No, you assimilate to what they got going on. It's the same with any other country. I agree. You assimilate to what's going on there. I ain't mad at that. I agree with it 1,000%. And it's time we start doing it here, for sure. But y'all get in the comments, man. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. How do you feel about Carly D. Cunningham? Do you agree with her? Do you disagree? Would you vote for somebody like her? Let me know. Peace and love. I'm out.